I've got this shit down to a science now, okay? I figured I can record I can do 2 recording sessions a week based on how much free time I get off of school, so I only need to record 2 episodes in one session, which should give me more to talk about. Unless I end up going on a massive story, which I usually do, which would last me a whole hour, but now I have to condense into half an hour. Hang on a minute, I've had a thought. Alright, no, never mind. Stupid thought, never mind. My thought was, oh yeah, we're gonna do some more rallying this week, because I don't care about unlocking more tracks. I want to unlock the Lancia 037 and the Celica twin cam. So we'll start with the 037. Already drove the what's it, an R5? Looks like it says R6 in the corner, it's not 5. Might as well go for the Metro then. Yeah, my idea was that now I've finished the Extreme 1000. No, I haven't. I just started the Extreme 1000. Now that I've finished the Extreme 600 championship in MotoGP 3, I was thinking maybe I should take a break from the MotoGP game to actually finally finish the TT game. That would make sense. That would be a smart idea for smart cookies, such as myself. And I feel like maybe I should have thought about that beforehand, so that I can actually do it. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Alright, next time I sit down to record some bike stuff, I'll have to remember to leave, if we can actually make it around a corner next time that we find one. Is this the first time we've been to Kenya, or wherever in Africa this is in this game? Because I remember, what was it, Kenya in Rallisport Challenge 1 was pretty good. I liked some of the races in... Well, it would be better if I didn't just aim myself directly at a tree. I don't think the MG Metro 6R4 ever killed anybody, but that would probably have been one of the times that it did. Yeah, what rally car, what Group B cars were it that killed people? The RS200, I'm pretty sure, got some spectators. Was it a Lancia that killed that woman, the driver? Forgotten her name. It's probably some Euro name. I'd never remember it anyway. I don't know, maybe. I'm not actually that good at my Group B history. I just care about cars and stuff. I'm supposed to be using the throttle to save slides. I forgot about that. Trying to save it with the steering wheels. Who tries to drive a car with the wheels? That's stupid. Everyone knows that you control a car with the throttle. It's not like a bike, which you also kind of control with the throttle, but, you know, whatever. Speaking of bikes, I was riding mine today. I woke up late, like badly late for school. I missed my first period by being asleep. I woke up 5 minutes into period 2, which was the only other lesson I had today, and I decided to go in anyway. Like fucking, I don't know what kind of idiot would do that. I could have just skipped the whole day. Probably gotten away with it too. Just because no one cares about me. I emailed in my coursework and stuff, so it probably doesn't matter too much that I wasn't there, but went anyway. Didn't get in trouble. Surprise, surprise. But the real story is riding my bike around. It's fucking freezing out there now. I got a week off from school last week, right, for half term. My first day back was probably why I overslept, to be honest. I've never overslept before. But there you go. Fucking... Yeah, it was fine. Well, it would have been... Still would have been October, I think, when half term started. But like, 1 week later, and it's fucking freezing cold permanently all the time. Went to Legoland at the weekend, and that was fucking cold. And when I walk around too much, the joint where my right leg joins onto my hip really starts hurting a lot. Like, that's just whenever I walk too much. That's no matter what the weather is. I'm beginning to think maybe I walk funny, and somehow that's fucking me over. But who knows? I mostly ride my bike around anyway, so walking isn't a big deal that I have to think about a lot. Yeah, I spent all morning at Legoland watching half-breeds floss, you know, the Fortnite dance. And then I guess it was made up for by Legoland actually being pretty good. I like Legoland, I like the rides and stuff. On the, was it the Dragon roller coaster one, I managed to lean so far back in my seat that I was in a picture with my sister and with someone else's family. So, I think I actually managed to cover up, yeah, I covered up this dad and his son. I managed to cover up the dad's face with my own face. That was pretty good. And then, you know, just because it was a cold and miserable day, we did the first ride we went on was the pirate log flume one, where you get soaking wet coming out the bottom. Didn't buy any sort of water protection gear, just went straight in there. So had my sister, my older sister, who's not older than me, but she's older than my younger sister. Cold and miserable all day. My younger sister was more fun. I'm still trying to figure out. Oh, shitting hell. They did fireworks there and all, right? And I'm trying to figure out how they work, right? Because they give you these special 3D glasses type deals, right? So when you look at lights, they make it look like the lights are actually Lego bricks, or there's Lego bricks floating around the lights. And I've spent literally my entire life since, what was it, Saturday? Not Saturday when this went up, but like last Saturday or whatever. Trying to figure out how they managed to do that, how that works. Can't just look it up on the internet, obviously. Just got to try and figure it out for myself. I don't know, maybe I'll look it up. I'm like passingly interested. It was a pretty cool effect. The fireworks were really good, not. I didn't get to eat one of the hot dogs though, which is bullshit because I love the hot dogs at Legoland. Didn't get a hot dog. They ruined. They totally ruined. I kept tucking my arms in on the roller coaster when we went under the bridge as well, because I was pretty sure I was going to lose my hands. I don't know if I actually would have lost my hands if I kept them way up in the air, but you know, I'm not exactly used to roller coasters, so I don't know what I don't go on them a lot, so I don't know what the outer limits are. If you're picking up what I'm putting down. Speaking of implications, I've been looking at a lot of hentai of fucking, what's her name? Rika? It's not gonna be Rika, is it? It'll be Rika. From Quad S or SS Gridman, the new anime currently airing that's based on like some 90s show where two guys will dress up in rubber suits and fight each other in a cardboard city. Because there are a lot. Currently, there's a steady supply of porn pictures of her every day that I've been looking at. If you know what I mean. and I'm considering watching the show, and I think it'll be fine because, you know, before I watched The Iron Giant, I looked at a lot of porn of Hogarth's mum, right? Because she's like waifu numero uno for like 90s kids, I guess. Iron Giant came out in 99. Fucking Cartoon Network used to play it for like 24 hours straight all the time. Everyone likes Hogarth's mum. Anyway, what kind of name is Hogarth, by the way, for a kid in 50s America? Hogarth. Jesus. More like Ho Cringe. Am I right or am I right? Yeah, but and it didn't like ruin the emotional impact of the ending or anything. I didn't think The Iron Giant was, you know, as good as it's supposed to be. It was still good though. Would recommend. Alright, let's see. Now we've got the 037, might as well drive it. Use it to unlock the Celica. I feel like these stages have gotten longer. And I also feel like I'm not driving as fast as maybe I could be. Anyone else? Anyone else got that feeling? I don't know. Just something that's rattling around in the old brain hole, as it were. What kind of livery is this, by the way, for a 037? I mean, I guess that they can't. I get that they couldn't put Martini in a game rated 3, but you know, come on, you guys. Actually, speaking of alcohol or beer advertisements, did a bit of a wheelie off the bridge there. Couldn't quite get it stopped for the corner. Yeah, in the 1995 Formula 1 game that I've got knocking about God knows where, but I know I've got it. Developed by, I think it's Bizarre Creations, who also did PGR and Blur, which is a fun bit of trivia for you. They, I think F1 might have been, well, kind of been one of their first games, but actually, could have been. Anyway, yeah, they made Bizarre Creations made F1 1995 early on in their whole deal. Is what I'm getting at here. And there are the McLarens don't say Marlboro on them, but they still have the livery, but they don't actually say Marlboro on them, which is kind of a letdown. But the Marlboro livery is good, so you know, as long as they've got that, I guess I don't need it. Don't need the actual word. I'm feeling very Octobery coming through this bit. But there are huge Foster's banners everywhere. Which I thought was interesting, because you don't... What's a reset? Because you don't see that type of deal anymore, as far as I can tell. I could have just carried on going on. Oh, reset me for that then, but don't reset me when I fall off a cliff, will you? Jesus. Oops, wrong button. Alright, wait. Alright, there we go. And I'm only down by 0.3 of a second after all that faffing about. Yeah, it's a good thing the AI in this game don't put up any kind of a fight. Otherwise we might be in trouble for this rally. Oops. Half hoped that fence would be destructible, but I guess not. Well, now that I've figured out what the handbrake button is, I'm pressing it miles too often. What else is going on? Went up to shop earlier on today. Braved the wind and the cold, as it were, to get up there because I saw on the website that they had Riding Spirits 2 in stock, and I've already played Riding Spirits 1, and to be honest, it's not that good. But I wanted Riding Spirits 2 because aside from MotoGP 3 for the PS2, which is a completely different game from MotoGP 3 to for the Xbox. It's the only other game centered around motorbike racing that I know of that features a toge. But we'll talk about that next week, because I've just seen that we've gone over 15 minutes, and despite me only recording 2 episodes a session now instead of 4, I still want to stick to the 15-minute length because I feel like that makes them more watchable. So I'll see you next week. We'll talk about Riding Spirits, I guess. And I also bought a couple of... well, I bought one... Shit, I meant to buy 2. I only bought 1 mecha game. We'll talk about that as well.